Welcome to the Wizard of Woz podcast. Today is about mental health. Because we're in May and we focus on men's mental health in May. So for this start of the month, for this episode, I wanted to really get quite deep with suicide and mental health and personal development and mental strength. I had a really good guest coming in today. You see the promo over the weekend. Unfortunately, Lee has had some issues himself. Now, that's life. Anything can happen, and it's how you deal with that situation, that hurdle. So what I want to say is, Lee, we will do it again, my good friend. I planned this, I think, like 6 weeks ago. I really wanted Lee in today, but he communicated and let me know there was issues. He couldn't make it today. His head weren't right for it. So all I can say is, Lee, I appreciate that, and get yourself where you need to be and get back at me, all right? So today, we're going to do an exclusive into suicide and mental health, and I'm going to talk about my experiences as a lived experience consultant, and an ex-prisoner, someone who's lost his parents whilst in prison. People might think I'm the most confident and Mr. Motivator and all that, but my head's been up my arse plenty of times in my life. I've restarted my life from scratch about 3 times. So I believe what I'm going to talk about, you're really going to enjoy it, and also I believe I've got some great secrets that can help people, and I really want to talk about suicide and the ripple effect. So let's get to it, yeah? So men, if we're extremely honest, we don't talk, yeah? And I'm 42 now, and it's took me a long time to understand, to have the confidence to do it, to be open to people, and also to be open with myself in my own internal thinking, because that does affect. You can see the light in it. All right, let me take them off. One thing I would say is us men pull down shutters and we isolate ourselves if we're depressed, going through hardship, or we go to alcohol and fuck off to out the way from everyone, and then before you know it, the guy's in prison or he's tried to take his life or da. And the reason I bring this up, because I always think of my papa. So my dad, anyone knows me personally, my dad was a goat. My dad was from the Caribbean, come here when he was 2. He was an armed robber. But I believe the conversations I had with him, for instance, he said all of his life, his dad mostly spoke to him 3 times in his whole life. And I used to think, like, what do you mean? Like, me and my dad, I met my dad in my mid-30s. I had about 8 years with him, but we were like that through communication, talking. So when you look at a subject, I always like taking it to the basics. And even if you look at that old school mentality is to keep your feelings in and just get on with life, I believe we are now seeing, because we get such high rate suicides, is because we don't talk. Yeah, we don't reflect enough with other people, get other people's opinions. For instance, you could be depressed today, 2 days later, through systems, habits, food, something good happening in your life, you don't want to kill yourself. So what I want to go straight into, now I've kind of set the stage, I want to go straight into young offenders. Now, growing up, I was very fearless. I didn't have much empathy. But as I get older and I've been through experiences, I can now see where I've grown, I've changed, I have more understanding, I'm more honest. But when I was 15 in prison, I want to say there was about I want to say about 5 kids I had spoke to and played pool with or played table tennis, and then through that sentence, my first sentence when I was a kid, they killed themselves. And I always go back to window warring, because in them days, prison was so boring. So at night, it was like being in a pub and bantering with your pals. But obviously, because we're, I want to say, extreme individuals in the sense of violence and humour and banter, kids used to get terrorised out the window, and you'd hear them like crying for their mum. And we used to like, I can imagine, like I can think about when we was at Holliday Bay, 16, 17, and young kid, mixed race guy from inner London. He obviously, I thought he was on it, everyone else thought he was on it, but he got into 2 fights, got done quite badly, and then killed himself. And I always remember the morning, like, I've always been an early riser. So I'd get up early, do my training, and I'm waiting to get out of my cell to empty my bin, clean my cell. The doors are not open, so everyone's kicking off, and then we're banged up for the whole day. And then as the whispers get through, you realise, but as a man now, I realise, like, sometimes it's taking accountability and noticing certain things. And obviously, as a kid, I couldn't notice because I was a kid. I'd never been around suicide. First time I've seen it, and I thought, right, like for me personally, like, going back to basics, we get one life. We get one opportunity at this. There's no way I'm going to end it on purpose. I want to try and live as long as I can and do whatever I have ambitions in. So as a young man, as a young kid, I could never understand the